There is no denying it. Sandy is a monster.
With Sandy, we're dealing with a rare and, in fact, unprecedented set of meteorological circumstances. It's almost like we have a hurricane-like feature inside of a nor'easter. Another unusual aspect with this storm is that it's going to take a sharp turn into the northeast United States.
And that turn means landfall somewhere in a heavily populated area. While we don't yet know the full scope of what we're dealing with when it comes to the impacts, we can look to the past for a hint. The best recent examples are Hurricane Isabel and Irene. Isabel was the costliest and deadliest hurricane in the 2003 season. Irene in 2011 was, like both Isabel and Sandy, a large and destructive storm. Both Isabel and Irene also cut a swath through the Outer Banks before doing damage elsewhere. Sandy won't affect the Outer Banks nearly as severely, but will have significant impact on the coast and inland, including flooding and massive power outages.
There were significant power outages with previous storms Isabel and Irene, and we did learn some lessons about how to deal with that, but this one may even exceed what we saw with those two storms, with many more people affected and potentially many more power outages.
Additionally, New York is currently in Sandy's crosshairs, not unlike Irene at one point. But the worst of Irene's damage ended up north of New York in Vermont. At the time, New Yorkers were on high alert. But will they be this time as well?
My experience is people say they're not going to move the next time when they go through a near miss, but then a huge storm is coming at them. They see it on television, they hear the talk, they get scared, they get concerned, and they move anyway. And I think that's likely to happen with this storm.
And remember, Sandy is potentially a storm of extraordinary proportions.
One of the reasons why this storm is going to be such a big problem is because of the size of the winds associated with it. We could have damaging winds across hundreds of miles of coast along the northeast and moving inland from there.
Which is why it's imperative to take precautions now. I'm meteorologist Reynolds Wolf.